Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, David Robles, and thank you for joining me again. You could have been anywhere else, and you're here with me. So, last we spoke, it was on the Haiti and Dominican Republic project that I'm working on, and I'm trying to build a unity through the art that I'm working with. I'm working with an organization to try to bring this unity with DR and Dominican Republic. So, at this moment, I am working on this project, and as you can see, this is what the last time I spoke to you guys, I left off right here. So I was explaining how the flower, El Flamboyant, is the national flower of Haiti, but also this is a very common flower you see everywhere in the Caribbean, and I explained in the last video, a little bit on the history on the flamboyant. And also right here, this is the national flower of Dominican Republic. And it's called the Boyehibe flower. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, but this is the name of the flower. And I was trying to find the common interest between DR and the Dominican Republic. And I drew the drums, tambora, tambor, la conga, maracas, el guiro, la guira, some people say it, and I always keep forgetting. Please forgive me, but I keep forgetting the name of this instrument. It's like a guitar that is in Haiti. If anybody could put a comment, and correct me, but I cannot remember this. And on my next video, I swear to you, I'm going to remember the name of this damn guitar. All right. So another thing that I've learned doing my research on this project is that when it comes to one of the things that you can see in the Caribbean, I don't know if anybody's traveled out there, but you can see there's some symbol or image of what is called a Taino sol, and this is very, very common in this is a very common flower that's in the Caribbean. Puerto Rico likes to represent this symbol very heavily. It's a Taino sol. You've seen it everywhere, and pretty much that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna show you briefly and talk to you a little bit of the history of the Tainos and this symbol. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where I'm going to start, how I do this, the rough draft and everything. So at this time I'm doing this in my Photoshop, and let me span the camera over here. There you go. And please forgive the noise. My family is in the background, so that was my wife screaming at my son and my cat, and that was my wife saying sorry again. And right here, if you can see the symbol, there's the rough draft on it. This is a sol, right? So I'm trying to fit this image because the paper ends up here. So the image is gonna end up here. And right here, it's gonna take up this space right here, as you can see. So I'm gonna make a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's gonna make a circle that's gonna fit in here. A nice happy circle, as you can see. And then I'm gonna widen this out right here so I could make this circle come out better. And I'm gonna be drawing within this circle right here. That way, when the image comes out on a t-shirt we plan to put it on, or we put it on a poster or on a picture and everything, we already know that the image ends up here. It finishes here. So the sol, and well, very briefly, the Tainos. This is what I know so far about the Taino Indians. The Tainos were in the Caribbean, living peacefully amongst themselves. They were a very peaceful nation. They spanned across pretty much the all of the Caribbean. They're pretty much their cemeteries, or the cemeteries. They have burial grounds, and that's been found in Jamaica. They found these burial grounds also in the Caribbean, like Puerto Rico. They've also found these burial grounds over in Haiti, which at the time was called Haiti, before the Spaniards came and conquered them. And as you can see, little by little, this is coming along. You most likely now are going to recognize the symbol, and the symbol, this is the sol. And I decided to put this sol above the island. Let me play around with this. Sorry, got you dizzy with there. But I wanted to put the sol above the island to show that everybody's under the same sun. We're all united. We all come from the same race. And we tend to forget that, and how human we are, and how pretty much we're all the same. We're all in the same messed up boat, you know? And I want to put the sol happy, as you can see, there's a happy sun. And these are the eyes. And I want to put them welcoming. Right here, you can see it's a welcoming little sun. Now, if you see it coming along, now you see what I'm talking about. This is the symbol of the Tainos. This is one of their symbols. They have many symbols, but this, this is their most common one. And now I'm gonna start going around these edges, and you're gonna start seeing it coming along, little by little. I love using Photoshop. As you can see, I have my old trusty laptop. Yes, it's a very old laptop. And this very old laptop has been with me for a long time, and we've done a lot of images together. Right here. As you can see, now coming along. Now, if anybody wants to learn more about the Tainos, you don't want to read a book, or you don't want to stop and watch an audio, there is a very, very good video right now. You can see it on Netflix, and it's with John Leguizamo. And this video, he talks about the history. He explains it so well. He explains how the Spaniards came to the Caribbean, and pretty much when, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but pretty much when the Spaniards arrived to the Caribbean, they were shipwrecked. They didn't land and ended up oh, we discovered this place. No, they crashed into right now what we call Dominican Republic. They, and the Dianos welcomed them and took them in, and pretty much helped them out, fed them, gave them shelter and everything. And another misconception they had with the Tainos, that they were savages. Christopher Columbus put them like savages, and they were not savages. These guys were pretty much advanced with things like people might not think of this, but at that time, think about it. Before 1492, they were having all these hurricanes in Puerto Rico and the Caribbean and Dominican Republic, and they survived those hurricanes. The Europeans never knew what a hurricane was until they landed in the Caribbean, and the Tainos helped them, and pretty much took them in like human beings and took care of them. It was then like a few years later that, people know this history that the Spaniards came and enslaved the Tainos and wiped out the population with disease that the Dianos couldn't take. Approximately like about, I don't know the number well, but you could find it in that Netflix video. About 90 million Tainos died due to slavery that the Spaniards put them on, and also due to disease and virus. They couldn't withstand the Spaniards disease that they brought in, so they got wiped out. A lot of Tainos though did run to the mountains, and they still living there to get away from the Spaniards. And they found out recently on a study that there's another video that you can find that they've discovered Dieno bloodline in Puerto Rico, which is stronger in Puerto Rico. I don't know why. Maybe I could find a history for you on that. But they found history behind it, that it was in Puerto Rico, that Tainos are still living up in the mountains. There's like a few of them, not a lot. And I think they're supposed to be going through this process of registering them, I don't know, as a tribe, like they did here in the United States with the tribes here. I don't know much about that. You guys can research it. I'm just an illustrator, and I'm just trying to figure out as much history as I can while I'm doing this. And pretty much the Tainos were, either fought back and killed some Spaniards, or died in slavery, or they ran to the mountains, or, the disease took them in and they pretty much were wiped out. And one thing that was known, they were a peaceful nation. They weren't, always fighting against each other. They had their issues, and they had a government. The women, another thing about the Tainos, the women also had, I don't want to say the word, but they had a voice. They had women that were in the Taino villages that running, their tribes, like governors and, captains and stuff like that. You guys should watch that video. So as you can see, I may not take up most of your time now. I'm gonna continue this. I already hit my longest video I've ever made. And we'll continue this on tomorrow. I'll be seeing you guys, and you can see how this looks like in the end, all right? And then I'm gonna show you what else I'm gonna add on. If you have anything, you guys can please give me advice on other things that are pretty much that we all have in common, especially with Haiti and DR, Dominicans or Haitians, please put a comment and let me know what else I'm missing that hopefully could help out make this image better. All right, because you guys are a part of it, and I would like to see you guys, help me out to find out what else I'm missing. I have the Tainos right here, the sol. Let me make this image a little bit bigger. I have now the flower, and flamboyant, right? La congas. This is all related to. And also, if you can see right here, this is called a unity knot. I'll explain to you guys later as I'm doing this project what a unity knot is, or you guys can look it up what a unity knot is. It's a pretty cool symbol, and it's a pretty cool knot. So let me get back to work, and like always, thank you for watching me and watching my video in the process. And I'm gonna be making more of these. I'll be seeing you guys soon, and take care. Enjoy your evening and go out there and live your life. Have fun.